Hello, my name is Zhatelier. Welcome back to another episode of EU4 as Palembang. In previous episode, we finally managed to get some peace again, briefly at least. We're actually not far from getting the, is that the last reformation? Or reform? Yeah, it is. And we'll get the neutral ground policy so our vassals can become pirates as well. Then we get some extra bonuses for every vassal that we have, or every pirate vessel that we have. Right, so we've got a bit more light ships over here, which I guess we'll just go ahead and privateer. Actually, we should probably start sending some privateers to Coromandel again, although it might not be a whole lot of money from there. But having a bit of presence there is still probably a smart idea. The war exhaustion is mostly down, influenza spreads, oh dear. We'll quarantine the province, at least we don't need to pay the admin points for that anymore. So that's good. Alright, the inflation is still ticking down, although I suppose we have gained quite a bit during the wars. Or from the, you know, outcomes of the wars, I guess. Hey, there we go, Maldives is now getting cored, so that's going to allow us to then have the proper support over here for fleets moving about, so the supply range for the fleet, so that should allow us to then do a lot more raiding up, well, up to here at least. As well as also a stepping stone to potentially take over the Portuguese control of, well, some of the coastline there. But yeah, I suppose at this point we need to start figuring out, well, first of all, we need to save up some money and recover from this war. There's a lot of corruption rooting out that is still happening as well. And a couple more cores that need to happen. I think we're going to go to speed 4 though. It's been a while. How's our absolutism now? It's 1 point. It does give us a bit of administration efficiency. Foreign core duration goes down, and honestly that's about it right now. We're not getting any discipline from that yet, are we? Or how have they changed that so that it's actually not affecting discipline anymore? I don't know. Or maybe for us it might not. Right, so we've got the galleys in here. That's a massive galley fleet actually. And then we've got the heavy fleet in here. Let's get the light ships. Actually, we'll just send these two privateer in Coromandel. Might not be a whole lot of profit from there yet, but at least we'll get some presence in there. Yeah, there's a bit of pirates hunting in there, or privateers hunting us, or rather their fleets are hunting us rather. Anyway, oh, and there's the revolt. That's 12,000 men though, and we kind of need to get the army maintenance up. Let's actually go ahead and get the, maybe we'll get the marine army from here. Yes, it's in that fighting. Because right now our troops over here aren't necessarily that great. And while they're trying to suppress the revolt, they can't really, strictly speaking. Right, there's a bit of unrest there. We got a core in Bone. Or Bone. I don't know. I'm gonna assume that is Bone. Let's bring in some more troops down here. One way or another. Actually, we'll just go down to Lanao. Probably the better option right now. Getting some more conversions down over here at Philippines. That's quite good. We still need 2 more calls. Oh, we are over our current... Oh, actually, no, we're not quite over our current capacity yet. We're pretty close, though. Very close, in fact. How's the... No, we still don't have the Enlightenment present anywhere. Although it's now 20% in our capital. But technically speaking, do you know what? Actually, no, we'll probably start saving up some of the points to actually get those techs sooner or later. Of course, there's also the espionage ideas that we might want to complete sooner or later. That siege ability from there would be very nice. An extra diplomat advisor cost minus 15% would be saving us a whole lot of money. Be as it may, at least we got some stuff going on in there. And did we? Yes, the reinforcements have arrived. I'm just going to go and send this one in here. Oh, it's going to be moving over. Okay, well, sure. You want to move in there. Siege this one down, and then we'll go ahead and deal with the rest of it. And let's get another core underway. That's going to be the better one. And there we go, that's now cored. So overall, we are slowly regaining some strength back here again. We don't have a whole lot of sailors yet. We're getting a decent amount right now during peacetime, at least. And let's also go ahead and get the marines out of here again. Where's the next... okay, that's Sulu, so in Samar. That'll be down here. Actually, where is he? Oh, he's the one that is being converted right now. Okay, well, that's not really that bad then. Already Cheng's been trying to suppress the revolt there. So yeah, we'll just go ahead and get these troops back into probably to Borneo, actually. Now we do still want to give some of the lands over here to Brunei, our vassal. Which they are at least loyal. We might not give Brunei back to them, but we'll probably try to get them at least a little bit of the coastline here. But if we want to fight Palembang, we need to probably declare the war through Langfang. What else options do we have for fighting Malacca, actually? Beside Palembang... Oh, right, so Pasai, they are Sunni, so that would call it Bengal and Mughals, probably. So that's not ideal. And Kedah is... Yeah, that's not really going to work. I think we need to declare the war through Palembang, then. But that's going to call in Mughals and Sunda. And I'm not quite ready for that sort of stuff yet. Because we could go for the nationalism casualty over here for Kuching, for example. That would still be way too much troops for us to fight. And Malacca is... We need to find a way to fight them without having to fight everyone else. That's easier said than done. Because another thing that we should do is probably start increasing our army size a little bit. We just don't have the manpower, realistically speaking, to build up an extra troops yet. Like, we got a little bit extra, but not a whole lot. Maybe build up the 2nd Marine Army over here. Slightly. We'll get to 15 regiments at least. But I think we... Oh, National Bank. Oh. I'll take the inflation reduction. Although we are going to be losing all of our inflation right now. We don't have any loans, but yeah, we'll take the inflation reduction just in case. There we go. Stability. We get some money. How's the institution? Not very far. And the only great project... Oh, actually, no, we got another one in Bali. What does this do? Oh, reduces the stability cost. And then war exhaustion goes down. Oh, I do kind of like the sound of that. You know what? Yeah, we'll get this underway. We won't be building that anytime soon. Like, we won't necessarily spend manpower or money for that. But at least it's underway. And then let's actually build a couple more town halls, I think. To reduce the upkeep slightly. Among other things. There's a couple at least. There we go. So, we still need to get a whole lot more... Oh, there we go. That's another core done. So that's already the core over here on the state of Aceh. Hey, there we go. The Marines are... Well, most of them are done now. I'd rather take the Diplo power hit right now rather than lose the stability that we just got. So we'll probably just go ahead and reassign this over here. So the unrest now in Samara is less than 5. So I think we'll probably be able to just keep it down. I suppose it's not... No, it's not going to go any further down right now, but that's alright. And one of the things that we probably could do, and perhaps should do, is start drilling our army a little bit. We haven't been doing a whole lot of drilling with our troops in a long while. But getting a little bit... not attrition. Professionalism probably wouldn't hurt. Also, getting the drill itself wouldn't hurt either. Because right now, of course, what we could have done is used a lot more mercenaries. We haven't been using those basically at all. But if we can get the professionalism at least to, you know, 20% or something like that, we might be able to get slightly better stuff. Although that will increase the army maintenance then as well. So it's not completely problem-free, but I think it's still going to be worth it. But there we go. Now we've got all the provinces coring, and we can go ahead and get the... neutral ground policy. So vassals can now hoist the black flag. And modifiers for each pirate republic and separatist. 4,000 manpower, 2,000 sailor increase, or 4,000 manpower increase, 2,000 sailor increase, and 0.25 yearly naval tradition, and +2 naval force limit. And then we get Diplo reputation, improved relations, and smuggler influence. There we go. So that's all of them now. And I do wonder how quickly will Brunei and or New Zealand hoist the black flag. Well, New Zealand definitely hasn't done that yet. Oh, never mind, they have. They've become a pirate republic pretty much immediately. What about Brunei? You're still a duchy. I suppose you might need to have a coastline. Oh, never mind, they've formed a... yeah, Brunei is a pirate republic as well now. So are we getting... I suppose we might not be getting the modifiers quite yet. I think it's going to wait for like a month. Yeah, there we go. So Brunei and White Isle both give us 4,000. And Somalia... Oh, dear. Somalia. You know what? Just for that, I'm going to go and raid you. I could probably just hunt the pirates over here, admittedly. There we go. I'm going to take my sailors back. And money back. Hey, that's another core done. We're losing our great power stages. Because we haven't embraced the institution yet. That's probably good chunk of it. Not really all of it, but good chunk of it for sure. I'm gonna guess the, yeah, no, the institution still really hasn't spread too far. You know what, I'm gonna send this one back to our home islands. Not home islands, but back to our... Oh, false re-election, okay. Yeah, but Brunei's gonna get a lot of stuff. I wonder if, Waidaha is now gonna start doing a lot of stuff. Actually, is that... Yeah, the Liberty side has gone down a lot. Well, we did pay off the loan and all that. Diplomatic reputation going up from the reform also helps. We've got good relations with them. They trust us. That's all good. We're not going to annex them or anything like that. We're just going to keep them as is. I do actually wonder, do they get the... Oh. No, I think there's going to be a rather limited amount of things that they can now do with the mission tree. What about Brunei? Nah, I don't think they'll be able to do any of that. We, on the other hand... Still... Oh, right, yeah. Are there any nations in the world that we could actually ally? So, in other words, are there any countries that have hoisted the black flag, other than Gotland, I guess? Let's have a look. I mean, Gotland's pretty... Oh, Gotland doesn't exist anymore. Never mind. So me and my vassals are the only nations in the world that have the... or have hoisted the black flag. Now, one thing that I could do is I could liberate Waidaha. They can then form New Zealand. We can ally them and keep them as a friend, essentially. They would then start perhaps expanding into the Pacific Ocean a little bit, which is fine. I'd be alright with that. But I suppose the question is, how much do they pay us in income? It's about $1 a month, which isn't huge. I'm going to break the vassalization. Oh, never mind. Okay, they are loyal, so they don't want to... Never mind. We could designate them as a march. But no, you know what? We'll keep it as a vassal. That's probably still the sensible option here. Right, we've got almost 16,000 manpower now, which is still basically nothing. We've got 45,000 sailors. We are getting quite a bit of sailors per month now, at least. So that is definitely improving. Hey, Katapang is now, what, 9? Yeah, it's 9 development. Just that we need 11 for the build slot, though. We're still kind of waiting for the Enlightenment to really spread to our provinces. I mean, it's 31% in Mangala. I don't know if that's actually the biggest... it might be the biggest. Hey, there we go. We've converted the province of Samar in the Philippines, so that's good. Knowledge share from Malacca, okay. I don't suppose there's anyone that I could offer knowledge sharing. No, I mean, most people hate me. I can't really ask for knowledge sharing either. Oh, Malacca praised Enlightenment. Well, good of them. We might want to get some artillery for this army as well, sooner or later. I suppose what we'll do is we'll get the 5 more Marines over here. So that's going to be 20, and then we can get 10 artillery for that as well. So it's not initially very effective, but, you know, it's cheap. They can do a bit of sieging, but not initially anything massive. Go and get these in here. We've got quite a bit of money, but at this point, actually, how much are we over our... Oh, we got 49 points, okay. I could turn Banjar into a state. At the same time, we kind of need the... You know what, we'll turn it into a state. We're not going to call those provinces yet, either. Because, oh yeah, we're a bit over our limit right now. I want to get the admin tech, so we're going to actually get the administration efficiency plus 10%. So that would be quite handy. And also, development cost modifier goes down by another 10%. So that would be quite nice. We do want to get that sooner rather than later. So how long do we have truces still? Oh, there we go, that's on the core done. Ayutthaya is going to be over next year. Oh, Zhatelier. Wait, is that's in... Yeah, that's essentially Silesia, if I'm not mistaken. Malacca allows me as a rival again. Who are our rivals, actually? Japan, Ayutthaya, and Bahamanis. Okay, then. But now that we've got a little bit larger army, actually, how do we compare in army sizes? Probably not very well. Yeah, not very well. We could have over 100 regiments now, at least. So there is that. course, Ottomans have 800,000. We've got over a third of a million manpower as well on top of that. Mughals are also quite a bit, but they're not quite as large. And then Britain has a whole lot of mercenaries. Actually, is Britain fighting a war? No, they just got mercenaries for reasons. Right, but there we go. So that's 20 marines over here. Selective breeding. Livestock and wool prices go up. That's actually good because we've got a lot of livestock that we produce. That should result in a decent increase in income. Let's see, 25 ducats right now. And, oh, there goes the truce. 27. That's a decent bit. And new election. Also, actually, our current ruler is not too bad, so we'll keep him in charge. Now we'll start getting a bit more points, and hopefully we'll be able to... Yeah, it's 12 admin already per month, so that's not too bad. And actually, with that amount of money, we might be able to... Oh, there we go. Casablanca is now 10 development. Still needs that 1 extra to get the actual construction slot there, though. But that's alright. Usually it's 10, but I think it's when you use the colonists to do that, it takes an extra one. Oh, influential trading family in Canton. Or we could get trait efficiency advisor. Level 2 at half the cost. You know what, we'll take the advisor right now. It's not a huge increase in the cost, but it allows us to get a bit more diplo points. Right, did we actually put in Zanzibar part of the... No, Zanzibar is not... Oh. Portugal's fighting Somalia. What's this war about? Portugal-Somali Imperialist War. Well, no surprises there. How strong is Kilwa? It's got 23,000 men. They got Miltech 24, so they are more advanced than we are in that regard. Like most people are at this point. Oh, Ayutthaya is embargoing us. Well, Ayutthaya is one of our rivals, right? Yeah, so we could go ahead and embargo them in return. And that gives us... oh, there we go. Yeah, we got over 50 points now in power production. Which should then mean... Oh, no, that was actually already the case, I suppose. Oh, and there's the truce with Spain. I wonder if they're going to try to declare war on me again. Also, at this point, who are they allied to? Iran Lithuanian Knights. I don't really have claims on any of this, though. And they're not part of the culture group, I don't think. Oh, actually, no, there's nationalism in Casablanca that we could still use. Portugal would not join. Because they don't like Spain. Oh. But Portugal is the Catholic, or defender Catholic faith. You know, this might not be too difficult, because we could then get the Teen War score from that province. And then take the rest of this for a little bit cheaper, because nationalism is only 50% cost. And aggressive expansion. So we could consider that. I'm not necessarily going to declare the war quite yet. But we might want to consider that a bit more seriously. So let's stop the drill for these marines. And get them over here somewhere. Get to some more... Oh, reckless privateer. Yeah, just increase the privateer efficiency. I like the sound of that. Sure enough, relations might hurt a little bit because of that, but... I mean, when aren't they going to hurt with us? Let's be honest. Okay, so... we still need to get the admin tech. But yeah, the nationalism capability down here would be quite handy to take the Philippines out of the Spanish. And then potentially fight against Tungning later on, who are fighting Mughals right now. Oh, because Mughals are fighting Wu. Oh, and actually Mughals own Beijing. Ugh. I didn't realize that they have coastline now. I doubt they have a whole lot of fleet, though. They got 30 ships. But yeah, it wouldn't be too bad, quite frankly. And actually, is there... there's a little bit unrest in here, but that's actually not that bad. Yeah, it's the institution... No, how much is it actually present? 40%. Oh, it is actually spreading from Palembang to us. Okay. And Ayutthaya is going to hit us, but that's fine. Not spreading very quickly across the border, though, but I suppose Palembang kind of hates us. Now, of course, if we were to declare war on Palembang, so who would that call in? Sunda Mughals, Malacca, Vasai, and Langfang. That would be a lot of enemies. I don't think we were quite ready for that sort of stuff. And Langfang, we've still got a truce with for another 6 years. So now I'm just thinking, do I have enough time to then do a quick war against Spain? Clear out Philippines with a national in Casus Belli. I guess what we should probably do is get in the primary fleet over here, or the heavy fleet. to bring in a bit of a protection and blockade power. Oh, well, never mind. Imperialism's Casablanca. Okay, well. Right, who did you bring in? No, just you and your vassals. Well, luckily, I was prepared for this war, I will admit. It's a bit of deja vu, though. I think this has happened before, where we're thinking that, okay, I'm just gonna go ahead and declare war on, I think it was Sunda at one point. Or someone like that, and they declare war on me. And I think Spain's done it before as well. Let's just get the blockade on, or the siege on Tondo started. And the other army is going to siege behind our fleet there. We'll get the blockade over here, although it's not much of a blockade, I'll be honest. I guess we're going to get a bit of blockade over here as well. There we go. Now they've got the big fleet in here, which did take a little bit of attrition, but it's not too bad. We're going to quickly raid the coastline. Get us a bit more sailors to make the siege a bit easier, or sieging a bit easier. Now, I suppose there's not going to be a whole lot of other... I mean, we could potentially go down here into Spanish Natal. But that's not really that important. That's going to be more of a hindrance, really, than a boon if we do head over there. We'll try to keep a decent bit of the fleets docked for this war. Unless we have to send them out, because the sailor cost is starting to be... Well, actually, we still need to get quite a bit of sailors to reach our maximum. But we'll be losing a lot of sailors for the attrition, of course. Now, let's get the naval barrage. So that's already minus 14%. And they've got some defensive capabilities in here, but it's actually not that bad. There we go. So now converted. That's another conversion. Actually, how many conversions do we still need to do? Quite a few. It has gone down a little bit, at least. Yeah, so Spain, what we'll be doing is we'll be taking essentially all of Philippines from you. That would cause a small... Well, it would potentially start piling up into a coalition again. Now, we could potentially take Guam as well from them. Yeah, it's 55 aggressive expansion against Spain, which is a decent bit, but I think we might be able to do that. So right now, it's just seeing what they do. Because our vassal is over here. Are they actually doing any landings? And at this point, Waitaha, can I make you into March? No, because of a war. Well, that's alright. I don't mind the extra cash from you, but I might want to just turn you into a bit more strong vassal or subject in this case. Still making a bit of money, although not a huge amount, but Spain isn't at this point one of those that we can make a whole lot of money out of by like blockading the ports and all that. They're not exactly Bengal or Vijayanagar or Ayutthaya. So we could get economic idea. I'm not going to take that yet. I know that I'm going to saving up the points for the admin tech, so we can get the efficiency up a little bit, which means the coring is going to get cheaper, among other things. So that's going to be quite important. There we go. It's already 7% on the siege at Tondo. I'm sure that if Spain declares war or declare war on me now, then Age of Absolution is about to end actually. Oh, then we're going to end the Age of Revolutions. Ooh. Now, the likelihood of the revolution starting in our nation is probably very low. We might want to support that one way or another, though. Think about it. A revolutionary Palembang that are pirates. It could be quite fun. Also, probably relatively strong. Not necessarily the strongest, but strong enough. But it's unlikely to start spreading to us the revolution anytime soon. Oh, we got... Hey, there we go. That's another siege done there. I guess we'll just stay over here for the time being. Because we can't really get there without transports until the siege is done. So we can at least eliminate or reduce some of the attrition here. I think that's a fair solution. We'll start saving up some money to embrace the Enlightenment once it's actually available. Oh, there goes through to Vijayanagar. Well, that didn't take too long. But it was mostly just give me some money and let's peace out sort of deal. So I understand the pieces. Oh, come on, another disease outbreak. How many disease outbreaks can you fit in one siege? Quite a few, apparently. Yeah, we're still losing the great power status. Which I suppose, yeah, there's quite a few of those nations that are above, especially Austria, I think, may have been the one that knocked us off the list. Oh, British Peru. Huh. Right then. There we go. Now we've got 42% chance of winning this siege. Hopefully we can win it now. There we go. Alright, let's keep on moving. Actually, you know what? I'm just going to give you autonomous siege orders for the northern half of Luzon. And then from there, the smaller army can go ahead and start doing some landings into like Guam and some of the other islands like Marshall Islands and then Wake Island and whatnot. Because there's also Midway. But, you know, while we did not declare the nationalism war... Ooh. I am the Senate. Or I'm the state, rather, not Senate. There's some shade letters there, though. There we go, Manila's been sieged down, so let's go ahead and get the troops in here while we get the transports in. That's another province siege down. There we go, so now let's go ahead and give orders to get to Guam. With Marines only, that's still going to be fairly quick. Hop over to the island, and then we're going to hop on to the next island and so forth. Haven't seen any sign of the Spanish fleet yet, and it's unlikely that we'll see a whole lot. I do actually wonder, though, we've got the galley fleet over here. Would that be within supply range? No, it would not. Supply range already reaches to Coast of Sofala, unfortunately. Duplicating over here is probably not a smart idea right now. It might help a little bit, but it's not as smart. Oh, actually, let's expand administration finally. It has a bit more governing capacity. But how much do we have now? We've got a little bit extra, not a whole lot. A little bit. So at least we don't want to get the penalty for having too much. Well, not yet, anyway. I do wonder if I should, actually, is this, are Philippines part of the, oh, it is part of the East Indian subcontinent. And we are going to move our capital over here eventually. It just still requires us to get Palembang back. That is where we want to have that. But it's, right now, Malacca's got such a strong alliance chain. And strong supporters, I suppose. Oh, Age of Revolutions. There we go. So are we actually, right, we are an emperor. We do not have a parliament. We don't have a powerful subject, so we don't have high discipline. Capital we could develop. Great leader we might be able to get. Control institutions, that's probably not going to happen. There we go, that's another siege done. And we can finally... Oh, we're going to get the Meltec now. Ah. Still a bit expensive. I suppose the question is, do we need that yet? Or should we just wait until we get the institution? It's going to be quite expensive though, so perhaps we'll get the middle tech. At least that's going to allow us to get the better sieging going on and all that. It's already going to be quite a big boon for us. Oh, there's a bit of Russian fleet moving around there. And there we go, Guam's been sieged down. Let's hop on to, I suppose, the Marshall Islands. Oh, Vijayanagar. Right, did they? No, they did not bring anyone else in. How many times do I need to teach you this lesson, old man? You will not defeat me. How much of a fleet do they actually have? They got a decent bit. Where's our combat fleet? Let's bring that one over. You know what, actually, we've just got to go through there. Might as well cross the shortest route. Oh, charity. I guess we'll take the hit on tradition. Abolitionism. Oh, there we go. Can I actually abolish slavery? I don't think so, not yet. I think I need to get to like that in, is it 24, 25? I suppose the easiest way to check as is what do they have? 24. Oh, maybe it's just Emperor's Enlightenment and then they can do that. But you should eventually have the ability to declare war on people or force people to abolish slavery, I think. Right, so... Oh, that's a bit of a fleet there. Are they actually going to try to land, I wonder? Let's first of all get the fleet over here. They've got quite a bit of transport there, but I don't think they have a landing capabilities yet. Right, yeah, they're catching a lot of the fleets right now, briefly. Once our big fleet gets in here, though, it should be easy. We did lose those 20 ships, but I suppose that just means that we're not paying upkeep for those, so we can build some more light ships, for example. Let's go and get a bit of a combat in. Oh, never mind, they're retreated. Yeah, there's 95 ships over there. That's most of their transport fleet there. They did have a bit of an army in Ceylon. So we can't really go after that, not yet at least. They still got a bit of a fleet up there in the north as well, don't they? So let's go ahead and get the galley fleet in here somewhere. and start helping, or start doing a bit of blockades in here. Leaving some blockades along the coastline and figure out where the other fleet that they had in the north is. It's probably in one of the ports in here. But I do see that we are actually... Oh, actually, before we end the episode, let's get the admin tech finally. There we go. Oh, that's more government capacity over there. Okay. Well, we might want to complete some of these cores soon enough. And then how is the institution... Well, no, he's still not present. But anyway, that is where we're going to end for today. So if you enjoyed this, please like and subscribe if you haven't already. I'll check the links down below in the description. But other than that, thank you very much for watching. Until next time, bye-bye.